Django Rest Framework partial update. I'm trying to implement partial_update with Django Rest Framework, but I need some clarification because I'm stuck. Why do we need to specify partial equals true? In my understanding, we could easily update demo object inside of partial_update method. What is the purpose of this? What is inside of serialized variable? What is inside of serialized variable in partial_update method? Is that a demo object? What function is called behind the scenes? How would one finish the implementation here? View set. Serializer?
I had the same questions as yours before, but when I dig into the source code of Rest_Framework, I got the following findings. Hope it helps. For question 1. Why do we need to specify partial equals true? This question is related to HTTP verbs. Put. The put method replaces all current representations of the target resource with the request payload. Patch. The patch method is used to apply partial modifications to a resource. Generally speaking, partial is used to check whether the fields in the model is needed to do field validation when client submitting data to the view. For example, we have a book model like this. PLS note both of the name and author_name fields are mandatory, not null and not blank. For some scenarios, we may only need to update part of the fields in the model. For example, we only need to update name field in the book. So for this case, client will only submit the name field with new value to the view. The data submit from the client may look like this. But you may have noticed that our model definition does not allow author_name to be blank. So we have to use partial_update instead of update. So the REST framework will not perform field validation check for the fields which is missing in the request data. For testing purpose, you can create two views for both update and partial_update, and you will get more understanding what I just said. Example. Views.py. Earls.py. Data to submit. When you submit the above JSON to the /book/update/1/, you will got the following error with http_status_code equals 400. But when you submit the above JSON to /book/update partial/1/, you will got http_status_code equals 200 with following response. For question 2. What is inside of serialized variable? Serialized is an object wrapping the model instance as a serializable object. And you can use this serialized to generate a plain JSON string with serialized.data. For question 3. How would one finish the implementation here? I think you can answer yourself when you have read the answer above, and you should have known when to use update and when to use partial_update. If you still have any question, feel free to ask. I just read part of the source code of the REST framework, and may have not understand very deeply for some terms, and please point it out when it is wrong.
For partial update, patch HTTP method. For full update, put HTTP method. When doing an update with DRF, you are supposed to send request data that includes values for all required fields. This is at least the case when the request is via the put HTTP method. From what I understand, you want to update one or at least not all model instance fields. In this case, make a request with the patch HTTP method. Django Rest Framework, DRF, will take care of it out of the box. Example, with token auth.
So simple, just override init method of your serializer like that.
Just a quick note, as it seems that nobody has already pointed this out. The first argument of demo serializer should be a demo instance, not a user, at least if you use DRF 3.6.2 like me. I don't know what you are trying to do, but this is a working example. I do the partial update and then I do other things, calling my _func and passing the current user and the demo instance already updated. Hope this helps.